In the 1990s, the CCP Fujian gang abduct, tried to abduct me with the power of the country. After working in Minqing County procuratorly, at the end of 1987, I sometimes went to Fuzhou, a big city, to hang out on weekends. Because of the low wage at that time, there was generally not much money left when I went back. Uh, Around the beginning of 1990, it was the end of 1989. On the Chinese lunar calendar, I went to Fuzhou again. I might have more than three CNY left when I was ready to go back. When I went to the train station to buy a train ticket, I found that the train ticket was much cheaper than the previous one. Only more than 1 CNY. Why the Euro train ticket was generally 1 CNY. Before I got on the train, I heard people said that it was a freight train, commonly known as a pig wagon, to transport passengers. After I getting on the train, I found that there was no any window in the train's compartment, only two doors, and there was also an escort staff. There were no seats in the train's compartment, and everyone was standing. I found a group of young males who stood out, most of them with luggage, as if they were going out to work. Halfway through the train, I suddenly felt a pain in my heart for some reason. This had never happened before. Of course, I didn't take it serious when I felt uncomfortable first, but after a while, I felt heartache again. After my heart was a little sick a few times, I thought maybe it was a sign that something bad was going to happen to me. What's wrong with this situation now? What's wrong with this situation now? Uh, it could only be that the train would have arrived in Minqing, but I would not know that it had arrived at the Minqing station and would not get off, so I thought the next time the train stopped, I should ask where the train was. Later, when the train stopped again, I found the escort. I found the escort next to the door. I shouted to the escort from a distance. Had Minqing arrived? He kept his face out and pretended not to hear. A young guy who was one of the gang going out to work next to the escort. No, and gave his accomplice a ring. As soon as I saw him winking, I decided that Minqing must have arrived. So I rushed to the door to see that I had really arrived in Minqing. When was more than 8 o'clock in the evening. At that time, I only had more than 1 yuan, more than 1 CNY left. If I missed the opportunity to get off the train, I didn't know what kind of tragedy would be stated. My enemy might know that every time I went back from Fuzhou, I had very little money left. As long as they sent people to monitor me closely, a freight train was used to transport a passenger. Food could not be done without a certain power. The escort was a star member of the railway station, and it was estimated that he was also bored. The group of 7 or 8 guys who pretended to go out to work were probably also arranged around me to mislead me at a critical moment. This group of guys with the mission might have been thinking about the scene after I missed getting off the train. Again and again around me. So they were very excited when they were told about it, and the terrible magnetic field they radiated again and again made my heart beat uncomfortably again and again.